Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to another Geek Culture Congress. Louis Speedy Jr. Gonzalez and Joey Franchise, we're in the building, and we're going to talk about all this geek news. And we finally got something from the big game, Joey Franchise. Yeah. We got that big game trailer for the Thunderbolts. We're going to go through it frame by frame and dissect it second by second. And we got a lot of other things that we're going to talk about today as well. Hopefully, Tarek and Rich can join us later on. Shouts out to y'all who are watching this wherever you are live with us. If you're listening to the playback, yeah, we do it live, and then we throw it up. So if you want to be part of the live conversation, we are here Tuesdays, Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Speedy's Multiverse YouTube channel. Go and give us a subscribe over there, be part of the conversation, comment, tell us how stupid we are, and yeah, we'll talk back to you. Yeah, man, the Thunderbolts trailer, it's here. We're gonna go through it and let Poppy Beasley pay for the royalties. Yeah,
there you go. There you go. I like your energy.
Yes, let's run it.
Let's talk facts. The Avengers are not coming.
That's so gangster. Like, the Avengers are not coming, bro.
Just like that.
That's like that. That's crazy.
Who will keep?
So like, that was pretty cool. Like this, this kind of like we're assuming that this is Sentry, right?
Yes.
Huh? Who will?
Yeah.
Right here. Yeah.
Keep
He's like
the American people.
Like he was like
the American people
squash
safe.
Dusting people. That's crazy, right?
That's nuts.
There's some big threat out there.
So that's like that's our kind of first look, I guess, at the Void, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I
Legit.
guess so in the comic book when they had the Sentry was part of the Avengers for a while, and remember, and the Sentry put his tower on Avengers Tower in the comic book. Remember, in the comic book run? I don't know if you remember that. I think it's there, like in the shadows there, like his kind of like thing is on the tower there. I don't know if you could tell. It's there.
And you are gonna help me stop it.
Wait, us?
Yeah, you. Why, you got someplace to be?
I love that guy.
So none of us comply? So what, we all just punch and shoot? I can't think of a...
I like that. It's like yo, like did they like this is not in our class to do, you know?
Yeah.
This is not in our class to do. Like, yeah, like we don't even fly.
Worst group of people trying to work together.
Look, me! John, stop! Where are you?
Everyone here has done bad things.
Yeah.
You can't escape the past. Hey, it's like your mind is somewhere else.
Honestly, I think this movie is way better, 100 times better than whatever Captain America Brave New World is gonna be this weekend, bro.
I like the tone, like the way, like the color, like it just seems like dark.
Yeah, it's a different vibe, definitely. I mean, it's definitely different.
So you could do something about it now, or live with it forever.
This could get messy.
No shit.
I feel like I gotta rewatch Falcon and Winter Soldier show. You think? Because we got
maybe
John Walker. It's a little bit,
maybe
a little bit of redemption, maybe for him.
Refresh his character a little bit.
Yeah. Socks, what up, Socks?
What up, Socks?
What's going on, man? Yeah, let's keep running here. Sorry, guys.
You're gonna be some great saviors.
He rips the arm
That's
off.
crazy. Yeah, he ripped the arm off. That's crazy. But I guess is it not? I guess we're not getting no comic accurate suit for the Sentry. Is he gonna be?
Well, not yet.
Black?
I mean, it's in black.
Yeah.
You can kind of see some of the color. See right there?
Okay. Yeah, I did.
They're just, I like what
We
they
can't
did.
do this.
They're not trying to give too much away.
Right. That's cool.
No one here is a hero.
Lena, when I look at you, I don't see your mistakes. That's why we need each other.
Okay, that was really good.
We are the Thunderbolts!
Can't call ourselves that.
God, thank you.
This has makings of team.
that can rise to glory.
That's cool. And we've seen a lot of that
Bring
already.
light from the darkness.
Future stuff.
This team can be the heroes on the Wheaties box. With a little giddy toy.
That was dope.
It's cool though.
Alexi, have you slept?
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
I'd like not to die today, so maybe somebody else should be driving.
I think honestly, I like the whole vibe. I'm more excited probably for Thunderbolts than whatever we're gonna watch this weekend.
I'm right there with you, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta say, thoroughly impressed with that third trailer. I'm glad we didn't get to see what the Sentry looked like, or we got a silhouette,
Right.
kind of what to expect.
Right.
I thought it was dope seeing the Void. I really like the fact that like it's kind of the way his powers are working, like people are like just disappearing in the middle of the street, and their
Yeah.
shadows, and all you just see is their shadow.
Mhm.
I'm curious to see there's a deeper meaning to the Void within the MCU. If it's gonna tie in with anything multiversal, if they're gonna like twist it up a little bit. But yeah, I love the way the movie looks. I love the way the tone is. It kind of gives off that Suicide Squad vibe, but let's make it Marvel. But yeah, and I love what Kevin Feige said about it too. Or what I've heard online is that it's going to focus a lot on mental health, because these are a lot of characters that have been through a lot. If you watch Falcon and Winter Soldier, U.S. Agent, he went through what he went through at the end of that. I don't want to spoil too much. I want you guys to go like kind of refresh yourselves before this Thunderbolts movie comes out. Yelena Belova, what she's been through. Red Guardian, he's always wanted to be the hero. He was like kind of like the diet Captain America, the Russia version, the kind of knockoff version of Captain America. Ghost, her traumatization when she became that character in Ant-Man and Wasp. And Taskmaster, obviously, being the daughter of Dreykov.
All right.
It's just gonna have so much dynamic, and even with the Sentry character, because a lot of his is his story arc is him being a drug addict in the comics, who was looking to catch a score, goes up in a lab, takes the super soldier serum, or what they think what was trying to be created as a super soldier serum, but was kind of tweaked.
Right.
Now he has the power of like 1,000 suns,
something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. But that's another part where like the Void character comes in, because he's two personalities.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they they tie all that together in this movie.
I'm excited. I'm a big fan of that comic book run, the Avengers comic book run with Sentry, and all the way up to Dark Reign and the Dark Avengers. And I'm excited to see this take on it. The MCU version of it.
The question is will he hang out after this movie? You know what I mean? And
I don't know. That's
also,
a powerful
like,
piece, bro. That's
who they gonna off? But he's super OP. So it's like, he could probably take down Doom when Robert Downey.
I think
slides through in the
Taskmaster. Who's the other Ghost? Those characters are probably not going to survive this movie.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I kind of got the vibe for Taskmaster through the trailer. Like, oh, you don't really see Taskmaster that much.
Yeah, you don't really see it too much.
Yeah, so that might be gone.
Shirt. That's a red shirt, buddy. We'll see though. We'll see what happens. I'm excited. Let's see. Let's talk a little bit about Captain America. This is the weekend. No screeners for Geek Culture Congress. Yeah, thanks Disney.
We need to fix that, Disney.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah,
we need to fix that.
But we're assuming it'll be decent at least, right?
It'll be solid. I think this is the training wheels.
Solid? Yeah.
I think it'll be training wheels for Thunderbolts. I'm assuming it's gonna tie in, but the rumor I'm also like reading online is that they're trying to build this World War Hulk world, like world. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to build that arc. And I think they're also going to do that with the Sentry character, because Sentry also fought Hulk in the comics,
right?
And was around for World War Hulk. So I think after they move on from Doomsday and Secret Wars, I think the next it's going to be like Mutant Saga, but it's also going to be like a world. I think the big like Avengers kind of thing is gonna be World War Hulk.
I think they're gonna smash some plot points together.
Yeah,
Maybe to
and then
make
it
a
works
little remix.
perfect to bring back Wolverine to fight Hulk. Sentry fight Hulk. All stuff that was in the comics are probably going to intertwine that. I think that's kind of going to be the wave after Secret Wars.
I do too, man. I'm excited for all of it, man. This weekend, and you already know, Captain America: Brave New World is out. So be prepared to be spoiled.
What's your take? What's your take? What are you going to give it out there prediction wise?
I'm afraid it's going to be trash, just because this is like, it's been like dissected and revamped, and you know what I mean, from what it was original, from its original, and who knows, probably the original version was probably even worse,
Yeah. Yo, I mean, Seth Rollins was originally like WWE superstar. Seth Rollins was in it, and they cut him out the entire movie. He actually got interviewed about it, and he seemed pretty pissed about it.
Yeah, I'd be pissed too. That's almost some Batgirl level stuff.
Yeah.
Like you came to work, you're expected to be part of a project, you did your stuff, cool, have a good day, and then sorry, we just had to throw all your work away.
Giancarlo Esposito freed up his schedule. We're gonna have to switch.
But that's some crazy Marvel thing, and that also, we're on the Marvel tip. Buda Mayo dropped this video on his. I
haven't heard that name in a minute.
Yeah, on his YouTube channel. He has a YouTube channel. He dropped this video where he was pretty it's a very long video, and just to give you the cliff notes, he goes in on everything he went through working for Marvel.
Wow.
So of course it's one side of the story, there's usually two, and then there's the truth, right? But his a lot of what he couldn't, he said he couldn't talk about some things, but because he still has some NDAs, he's still working out with his lawyers or whatever. But what he did talk about in that video is eye-opening. There you go, very eye-opening. And I just wanted to bring it up. It's a little bit out of the scope of the show. Other than it was while he was an employee of Marvel, and I not only did he finish Joey, he finished X-Men, right? X-Men was done, and I guess apparently all this stuff happened with him. What's up, Tarek? Stuff happened with him. I don't know much. We're talking about Buda Mayo because he dropped that like hour-long video talking about his experience with Marvel.
Did he now?
Yeah, it's on his YouTube channel. From the video, just so you don't waste it, if you're not gonna check it out, whatever, just kind of the cliff notes. All the stuff, the final like straw, like him getting released, was while he was trying to do the script for the Blade movie. He said in the video. So like X-Men, like that was done. He's like that was done. He was on the next project for Marvel. So I just found that interesting, as far as like the narrative, like he like all this stuff happened while on X-Men, yada yada yada, and stuff like that. I don't know, but check out the video yourself. With your own
lenses.
Yeah, lenses, and let me know what you think in the comment after the fact when we're not live on the video. Throw a comment in there. Let me know what you think about Buda Mayo, and I assume that it continues because he's talking in the video about the defamation lawsuits and stuff like that. So I'm sure that's going to continue.
Is Buda Mayo on Indeed or Glassdoor or something right now?
I think he is. As he like made a brand new OnlyFans. He made a brand new OnlyFans, really? So he wouldn't be. He said in a video, so he wouldn't be censored in any way. But he did throw the video up on YouTube, and that's how I originally saw it. So he has a YouTube channel where he talks about things that he's worked on and stuff like that. So yeah.
What's he gonna work on now? Because it seems like
I don't think he's working at anything at all. I think he's been blacklisted.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. I think he's been blacklisted for, and I've had a lot of insiders tell me, I've seen the pictures of what he's been accused of and yada, yada, yada. But, I don't know.
Pictures of what he's accused of? He was dressed up, right?
Some some crazy stuff from his OnlyFans.
Oh man,
I don't know.
I mean,
But
when you think of OnlyFans, you can only think of one thing.
But
Feet videos.
we ran through. I know you saw the I don't want to move on without getting your take on the Thunderbolts trailer, Tarek, and how you feel about Captain America coming out this weekend.
I actually thought the Thunderbolts trailer was actually really good.
Yeah,
I thought it was well done.
Yeah. Do you think it's better than what we're gonna get this weekend? Just from the trailer?
I feel like it might be more entertaining. Just
Mm.
because I can't think of his name now. David, whoever plays Red Guardian.
Yeah.
He's hilarious, and he was probably like a big standout
David
to
Harbour.
me.
Yeah.
And Black Widow.
Mm.
Although Black Widow was decent, he was
Right.
definitely the biggest standout. So I just think it has more entertaining aspects to it with all the characters coming together, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus, her type of humor kicking in. It seems like I can't think of who's Natalia's replacement. I can't think of these names right now. The new Black Widow, Ilyana is her name. I don't know.
Yelena Belova.
Yelena, yeah, she seems like she's gonna be entertaining. I think it's just because it's an ensemble cast. It'll be more entertaining. I'm hoping Brave New World would be more like Winter Soldier.
Me too.
Kind of the intrigue, the spy thing, and throwing in the Hulk as a little bit of a gimmick to get people to watch it, to have a big enough villain. But I hope it's more intrigue than anything else.
Okay. All right. There you go. Talking about intriguing, Sarah Michelle Gellar from Buffy the Vampire fame.
Damn, 90s,
has gone
90s
to
classic.
Yeah, it's a classic. Josh Whedon classic. I don't think he's not even the owner of it anymore, right? He signed it off to Fox, and technically, I guess it belongs to Disney now, right?
I would guess.
Assume so.
Yeah. So I found this announcement from her was crazy. It was on her Instagram, and I have it on the screen, but I realize it might be just a little too small for everybody. Let's see if I can zoom into it. There you go. Oh, look at that. Go technology. So she says, so you might have heard some news this week, but I realize you haven't heard from me. 3 years ago, I got a call from my dear friend and mentor, Gail Berman. She told me that she wanted to sit down with Chloe Zhao, you said? Sal?
Chloe Zhao?
Sal, yep. To hear her take on a potential Buffy revival. I was blown away that Chloe even knew who I was, but as I've always done, I told Gali that I didn't see a way for the show to exist again. We'd always been aligned on that, but this time I heard something different in her voice. I eventually agreed to go, mainly just to meet Chloe, and over 20-minute coffee quickly turned into a 4-hour adventure. We laughed, we cried, and mostly we both talked about how much the show means to us. While I didn't agree to anything at the meeting, I did shock myself by agreeing to continue the conversation. These conversations did, in fact, continue over the next few years. So this is way in the past, as she's talking about. And eventually we added the incredible Nora and Lila Zuckerman to our little tribe until ultimately one day we landed on an idea. I have always listened to the fans and heard your desire to revisit Buffy and her world, but it was not something I could do unless I was sure we would get it right. This has been a long process and is not over yet. I promise you we will only make this show. We will only make the show if we know we can do it right, and I will tell you that we are on the path there. I feel so lucky to be on this journey with these 4 unbelievably talented women, all of whom love Buffy as much as I do and as much as you do. Thank to all the fans who never stop asking for this. This will be for you. So, do you think Buffy the Vampire Slayer's got some equity still for I guess a Hulu show? Yeah.
No. I mean, it's a Hulu show. I mean, it's been a long time since we
think about the way they make shows now, versus back then. It was a little new, right? Some of that CW effects and stuff like that.
I think if they do like a 10 episode type situation, I could see it working. I don't necessarily know if I want it to be like, oh, it's Buffy's daughter now is the Vampire Slayer, and like, I don't know if I want them to continue or reboot. Like, people say reboot, but is it really going to be a reboot
or probably a repivot? There you go. Probably might be a repivot. You know, Angel kind of ended on a weird. I don't know if you saw the.
Wasn't that was like a spinoff, right?
It was a spinoff, yeah.
Yeah.
Angel was her boyfriend that was a vampire, and go ahead, Terry.
Listen, I didn't think we're on season 6 of Cobra Kai coming up.
Yeah.
What do I know?
This far? Why not? Right?
I thought 3 seasons of Cobra Kai. I said, well, that's it. What do I know? So who am I to say what there's appetite for? You know,
yeah.
I part of me feels like there was too big of a gap, and not that Buffy doesn't have a fandom, but I just never thought of it as like something that had like a heavy hardcore fandom, you know. Right. But maybe it's because I wasn't watching it like that. I mean, I definitely watched the first 2 or 3 seasons, and I tried to watch Angel, but you know, I was a teenage kid. I was just watching for girls, like, oh, you know, Cassie, whatever her name was. I was just watching to see Buffy and all her little friends, Faith and all them. So, and then what else can you watch? You know, so I definitely enjoyed Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I didn't stay and watch to the very, very end because it doesn't seem like a show that you need to get all the way to the end to enjoy. But hey, listen, if she can pull it off, she can pull it off. I'm looking. She says Chloe. I'm guess she's talking about Chloe Zhao.
Yeah,
Zhao. And looking at her resume, you know, there's not a whole lot on here.
She did. Was it her that did Eternals, or I'm confusing that with the wrong person?
Yeah, she did do the Eternals. She directed a film called Nomadland, which was pretty good if I remember correctly. And so this is all she has coming up is the Eternals and Eternals 2 and the Buffy Vampire Project. So if she has a passion project, it may end up being good.
Yeah, I think the time has passed, and it's a 90s, early 2000s classic.
Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, like, you know, it kept her employed for quite a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she was definitely, you know, she was Buffy.
Yep.
So to see it retold, and it's funny because I just saw the original movie pop up not that long ago.
Still in you know, genre stuff because of that role.
Yeah.
You know.
So that's a cool thing, and I think, you know, if you got a bigger production behind it, because you know that CW production is always just kind of.
Yeah, it was. But we appreciate it for that time. You know, you might be
for that time, it was what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like that was big time CGI.
Honestly, though, if they kind of like redid it though, like, you know, just like we're gonna do practical effects the way we used to do it. You know what I mean? I think it might be fun to watch.
If you give it a more darker tone, I think where Hulu flourishes, and if this is gonna be where the platform is gonna be on, like, you got to make it. It's got to be dark. I think Hulu thrives off of their like dark storytelling, you know, American Horror Stories. We're hopefully going to see if Alien Earth is going to be worth the watch. But a lot of their, you know, their horror stuff has been pretty good for the most part on Hulu. So I'm for it if it's on Hulu. Give it a reimagined kind of twist to it.
Chloe's a very artsy kind of person, so, you know, I don't see it being cheesy. You know what I mean? Like, if they really got an idea, they're really gonna flesh it. They're gonna go all the way, I think.
Doesn't it have to be cheesy? It's called Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
She's a cheerleader who kills vampires.
That's right.
Yeah, it's in essence.
It is in essence cheesy from the jump. Yeah. No, I get it. Let's see. Sock says, I wonder if Josh Whedon will be involved with the new Buffy show. So that's the thing. He's not involved with it at all, because he's apparently, you know, to make the show, he gave the rights away to Fox, which now is Disney. So a weird thing that happened there. And he actually wrote, if you remember, I don't know if you've been visiting comic book stores a lot, but he did write continuation seasons in comic book form for Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I did see that.
Yeah. Okay. And so I think that's interesting, you know. So I think that might fracture the fandom for it. Be like, oh no, this isn't the real vision of Josh Whedon. you know, of the original guy who was writing the stuff. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I
you
don't
know,
see a
Disney
lot of
didn't
people
really care
coming up
about
to
those
Josh
things.
Whedon's defense at this point in his career.
Yeah, it's really hard, right?
I don't see. I don't see
But
that
they
happening
do.
too
Those
much.
comic books do exist. You could literally go to like, to your Amazon Kindle and read them. You know. So the continuation of that show from him in comic book form. But who
You got to do
knows?
everything on the '90s way. You got to do it on a Palm Pilot.
Yeah, on the Palm Pilot.
You gotta read.
On the Kindle. You can download the app, guys. Okay, make it easy for you on your phone. Yes, and Buffy is a vampire who slept with 2 different vampires,
That's
Spike
crazy.
and an angel. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely promiscuous. Definitely.
Yeah, I saw
promiscuous
Spike
show.
pop up in the actor who plays Spike. I saw him pop up in a movie recently.
Yeah.
Like one of those random horror film on the Roku channel or whatever. Just popped up. It's like, all right.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's funny. Let's talk about this interesting casting about this little small picture called Masters of the Universe.
Yes.
I think you're hyped for that. You are definitely hyped for this.
You know, I was lukewarm. I was lukewarm, and now I am I'm getting a little hot on it. I'm getting just a little bit, not more than Voltron, but I'm feeling it because they just added Morena Baccarin as the role of the sorceress, and Johannes Haukur Johansson in the role of Malcolm Fisto, which I've never seen him. I don't remember if he's been in anything else that I've seen him per way. But I mean, Morena Baccarin, Deadpool, Gotham, like hello, you know what I mean? And that's an ad. But I don't know, guys. Is this we have Skeletor was cast as a
Jared Leto?
yeah,
Jared Leto, yeah.
and it's developing interesting, at least on the casting side of things. You know, we haven't seen, there's no teaser, nothing yet. So what do you guys think? You know,
Listen, I guess this is this whole show is dedicated to all the celebrity women that I lust after. She's definitely beautiful. I definitely like seeing her on screen ever since Firefly and all those things.
Sure, hell yeah.
And she seems to be a solid actress. She seems to have like a genre down, the sci-fi adventure, comic book thing situation. Yeah. She seems to have that down. Did they say Cavill for sure as He-Man?
No. Cavill is in the Voltron movie.
Voltron.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't have
He-Man,
a He-Man.
I forget who He-Man was cast as.
Nicholas Galzatine. I'm sorry, looking at it right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
And he is from. I'm not familiar with him too much. I'm not familiar with anything.
I think it was a new cast, so that's why it hasn't started like penetrating until Jared Leto got the Skeletor cast, and then also this one has been on the interwebs.
He-Man was one of my favorite cartoons as a kid. This is one of the ones, I had Castle Grayskull, so I was kind of a big deal. Yeah, I was kind of a big deal in the neighborhood. So I love the show, the original show. I've actually liked 2 of the other iterations of the show.
Yeah.
I think
like the Netflix show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I think the cheesy 80s movie with Dolph Lundgren is actually pretty underrated. I think it's pretty entertaining.
I don't know. The original show is a little hard to watch now as an adult.
Well, you can't watch it now, dude. No, you can't watch. He's running around in just underwear and furry underwear.
It's a little hard to watch now. I did try.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's very hard. She-Ra's really hard to watch.
I don't know if this is gonna pop unless the trailers. This is definitely gonna be a trailer. It's gonna have to be some really good trailers.
Yep.
For He-Man.
I don't know. Well, it's Amazon MG. They have MGM Studios now. Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I guess it's apparently the same people working on Voltron, at least on the studio wise, not the creative side. So that's 2 '80s projects out of Amazon MGM. You think they doubling down over there on the '80s nostalgia?
Listen, no one wants to take a risk on a too new of an idea.
Yeah, that's true.
This is very true.
You think? What you
This is
guys
cool.
think?
And, you know, for a guy that I was never in, like, I think He-Man was,
No, I think that's past your time.
it was a little bit past. I mean, I was probably, it didn't pique my interest, or I wasn't there yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, child-wise. But it does draw interest if you put the right people around it. I think this casting actually, like, you know, it makes sense. You're giving people that have a really solid resume and some really good movies. I mean, Jared Leto, I mean, with the exception of Morbius, I think he's always pretty solid. Even as a Joker, I thought he was a solid Joker.
Yeah.
But yeah, you put the right people around it, he's gonna pique my interest, and of course, it's something I'm gonna watch and something I'm gonna probably go back and, you know, get familiar with the lore that is He-Man. And
so another
Voltron
80s
when it comes out. So
project, which is more on anime side of things, that live action Gundam that we kind of thought we got catfished, right? When they came out with that show on Netflix that kind of looked live action, but it was computer animated.
Yeah.
We thought we got catfished for about that, but this is really happening. Like, it's a thing. Like, they're partnered now with Legendary Pictures. Like, they're really doing this Gundam thing in a live action version of it. So that's another 80s project, even though not maybe so much nostalgia per se. Definitely on the heavy on the anime side of things. But like, you know, if you go to like there's a store here in Tampa, Florida, in the Old Smart Flea Market. There's a Gundam store where they sell the models and stuff. Like, those dudes are serious. Like, and they drop big money for those models, and they it's a big thing, you know, like making those models. And so actually, Rich Ortiz makes a lot of those Gundams. He still does it to this day, once in a while when he has time. Nice. So yeah, so there's a big fandom for the Gundam stuff. Even though Gundam's a little moody, it's a little like you know, like Apocalypse Now with big robots.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I watched Gundam Requiem for Vengeance this in October. And I actually enjoyed it.
I did too. It was cool.
I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah,
but I got into Gundam off of Gundam Wing back when Tsunami would have
a lot
Gundam
of people
Wing.
got on the Gundam from Gundam Wing. Yep.
I didn't know it had prequels.
Oh yeah, well,
2 years ago. I was like,
the Gundam Wing is like a different universe.
Yeah,
from this original Gundam stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. We know you're all over this, unless you have a weird rivalry with them, with the Robotech.
Well, the Robotech
like
no.
Boys
Gundam is
thing,
the
like
inspiration for Macross, for the Macross anime. Gundam is the inspiration. There's no Macross without Gundam.
Thank
There's
you for
a lot
that
of
piece of
homages
history.
to Gundam in Macross, which is the first part of Robotech. Yeah. And hey, I might get that Robotech live action, baby. Sony might be like, oh,
and
on that 80s
put you in the movie.
Put me in the movie, baby.
Put you in the movie, man. Get you some writer credits, producer credits. I am on the podcast.
Let's
say hi.
Yeah, come say hi. Come say hi, Sophie.
Oh, that's over.
Oh, look at her. She's
What's
happy
up?
to be on phone.
How you doing?
Say hi. How you doing?
Are you gonna see Captain America?
Are you gonna see Captain America?
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. All right, Sophie. You be good girl, okay?
You be good. What do you want? What are you looking for? She's looking for something.
Talking about. I want to talk about. I feel like we got a little bit of time. We had a good time in the show today. I want to have everyone caught up on Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and Invincible season 3. Not related. No relation.
I am. I think I'm loving Neighborhood Friendly Spider-Man.
Really?
I'm surprised that I am. I thought the unicorn character. I thought that was gonna be their Rhino.
Right.
I like that. I didn't know there was a character named Unicorn in the Spider-Man universe.
Really? I thought it was something new that they made.
Yeah. So you can see who Rhino is going to be from this last episode. But yeah, I'm enjoying how they're doing it and all the trying out the different uniforms and whatnot. And
yeah,
kind of reminds me of the game a little bit. And yeah, so that's been going good. And Invincible's been great.
I think Invincible is very entertaining. Invincible is very entertaining right now. Without spoiling anything, like right now, the dynamic between him and his brother right now is just like It's
Yeah.
it's very interesting, very intriguing. Joey, how you caught up with Spider-Man and Invincible right now?
I haven't caught up on Invincible, even though I didn't know Jay Farrow was in Invincible. Is
He
he?
may be. I don't remember if he's
I
who's
saw.
voicing.
I just met him. He popped in the studio
Oh, really?
about 2 weeks ago, and I saw like him at the premiere for it, and he took like a group photo with the cast. So I thought it was on it. I gotta do my research on that. But
He is. He's the character Bulletproof.
he is
Okay.
okay.
Yeah,
Great.
he's the character Bulletproof. They
Terry, you
recently
got that
added
Google.
him.
You got that Google tag ready. You got that Google tab ready.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about research and development, man.
I have been watching Spider-Man. I haven't watched the last episode. But I mean, it's okay. It's not. I think I was really excited when the first episode dropped. The second one was cool, and I don't know. It's just I don't want to say it's losing my interest. Um, but the story's building, so it's just I think there's just too many characters.
Yeah.
And I think I had this conversation with you off camera like yesterday, the other day. It's just too much going on. Like, granted, I like gracefully like bring these guys up. Like, I feel they're trying to, give the Ned aspect with Nico.
Right.
They're trying to, they're trying to make you fall in love with everybody at once. Yeah, they're trying to make you fall in love with everybody all at once. And I feel like they're trying to recreate everything that worked for the Tom Holland movies. And it's just like, just take me back to the old school, Spider-Man cartoons vibe where, listen, Spider-Man's already got enough to deal with. Like, you got two personalities. You got his superhero alter ego, and you got Peter Parker, who they both live complex lives. And like, I want to fall for that again. You know what I'm saying? I want to, feel that character again and that vibe of a cartoon and show. And they're introducing everybody. I feel like it's just so much at once. And I get like you got a toy box full of stuff. And let's use this. Let's set the Easter egg up for this and this and that and the third. Get acquainted with this character. Like, bro, gracefully do all that. Like, just give me Spider-Man, Peter Parker, his love interests, and all the villains that he's gonna encounter throughout the thing. So
I'm not caught up, but I see the potential for them getting a little out of control.
Yeah.
I think in any Marvel. I don't know if this is considered a Sony production or a Marvel production. I'm guessing just still collabing.
Disney. Yeah, it's a Marvel.
Well, anyway, there's been a propensity to like always have it tie in, and to part of the marketing is to get people talking about what characters could be. And but I think the same thing about the Superman movie coming out. Like, all right, like some of these characters are big enough that we don't need all these little tie-ins to other characters. Like, we don't need Sinister Six. Not that they did the Sinister Six yet, but we don't need to know who those characters are going to be in the very beginning of a Spider-Man show. We kind of wanted to see Spider-Man use his powers and face people.
It's freshman year.
Setting up everybody, like, who's that? Or that might be Chameleon at some point, or this might be Tombstone. It's like, I have one or two of those. Yeah.
Freshman year, dog. It's freshman year. Like, like, just cook.
Yeah, the Batman Cape Crusader did a good job of that.
Yeah,
they did a good job.
That was a great show.
Yeah, Joey, I see we got you watching animated shows. I know animated shows aren't normally your thing.
Not normally my thing, and I just Cape Crusader was like my first real dive back into watching cartoons again. That, obviously, X-Men 97, this new Spider-Man show. Oh, and Creature Commandos. So those are my like 4 right there that I'm rocking with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cape Crusader is season 2 is in production, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah.
You need to jump at that Invincible, bro.
I know. I need to do that too. Now that I'm seeing like the hype around it in the new season, so I gotta dive into that now.
All right.
I will be honest. I know that we're doing this podcast and we're dedicated to like this genre of films and shows and whatnot. And I love Invincible. I'm watching it every week.
Yeah.
but I could see waiting to binge it.
I kind of wanted to, and I actually binged a lot of Invincible the other day. To where we're at right now. So
yeah, I could see wanting to binge this season. So I do like that they dropped so many episodes in the beginning. So
that was very good.
You can kind of just be behind a little bit, but
yeah.
It's good enough to watch every week. And like, I'm just gonna wait till this whole story is done and see where it goes. Because I get the strange feeling that they're gonna leave us on like another crazy cliffhanger and not
another season.
Give us a resolution this season. Yeah,
I don't know what I'm gonna do if they give me another season. It's gonna be like, oh my god.
So you know, like somebody understood what you just said. That was very unprofessional. I don't know what that was. Were you yawning or were you?
My boy's young.
I had a yawn, but I wanted to finish what I was saying.
My dude.
I said, I think I don't know what I'm gonna do if there's another season, man. There's just so much emotion and so much stuff going on in that show, you know?
Yeah. It's the animated version of The Boys. But I will say this season they're doing better without just The Boys it's just nasty to be nasty. And Invincible was headed there. Like, yo, you're just being violent now just to be violent. Like, just to distinguish yourself. Much more story and character stuff going on this time.
Very cool, very cool. Sock says that Charlie Cox is on tomorrow, Spider-Man. We get to hear his voicing this Daredevil.
Get to hear his voice.
Yes. Looking forward to it. All right, guys. I think that's it. I think we talked about everything we wanted to talk about on the show today, unless I'm forgetting something.
Nothing crazy going on.
Nothing crazy going on.
Actually, Luka Doncic will be playing Hal Jordan in the new. No, I'm just making.
Oh, okay.
That's not.
Oh my god!
Thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out with us here on the live show. Of course, you can follow the podcast and listen to the audio version of this whenever you want. Geek Culture Congress podcast. Give it a search, and you'll find it wherever you listen to your podcasts. Also, we are live every Tuesday Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. Come be part of the conversation, just like Sox was today. In the comments when we go live, go subscribe right now. Speedy's Multiverse. That's Speedy's Multiverse YouTube channel, and you'll know when we go live with the Geek Culture Congress podcast. And I do some other stuff on that channel as well. Tarek, let everyone know how they can follow you, sir.
At the Tarek Lewis on Instagram and also on YouTube.
Mr. Joey Franchise.
Tap in at Joey Franchise and at Franchise on Film.
All right, guys. Everybody enjoy that Captain America Brave New World this weekend. Let's break them box office records.
Yeah. Get that popcorn bucket, too.
Get that popcorn bucket
hard.
It is. It is. Have a good one, everybody. Be safe. Peace.
Peace.